Welcome back to Mexican News Network's Daily Report, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for more information, and visit our website www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. Mexico's gastronomy was once again recognized and included within the world's 50 best restaurants. Pujol, Quintonil, and Vico are officially considered as some of the best restaurants in the world, being featured within the listing on the 16th, 35th, and 37th position. The news was announced on June 1st in London, England. The jury that voted for this year's election, made up of experts in the field, agreed that Mexico is a nation whose gastronomy is simply excellent. Quintonil, run by chef Jorge Vallejo, managed the position itself on the 35th spot. This is a restaurant that was categorized by the jury as a rising star who has built its reputation based on the use of fruits, forgotten herbs, and ingredients. Its flagship dish is a traditional guasontle, a Mexican vegetable that is prepared in a very similar way to spinach or broccoli. On the other hand, after a year of absence, Vico returns to the listing on the 37th place. The restaurant, owned by the chefs Michael Alonso, Bruno Oiteiza, and Gerard Belver, stands to provide minimalist portions that include colorful cubist geometry, which also blends Basque and Mexican ingredients. A complete feast for the senses and exquisite journey. The third award restaurant was Pujol, owned by one of the most renowned Mexican chefs, Enrique Olvera. Pujol offers a sophisticated menu made of dishes that perfectly mix modern and ancient techniques of Mexican cuisine. This restaurant, in fact, managed to climb up 4 positions on the list and reached the 16th place of the world's 50 best restaurants, previously in 2014 taking the 20th spot. The event had the presence of Mexican authorities such as the Minister of Tourism, Claudia Ruiz Massieu, the Ambassador of Mexico in the United Kingdom, Diego Gomez Piquerin, from Mexico's CEO, Francisco Gonzalez, the CEO of Marca País, Pedro Cota, the General Director of Mexico's Tourism Board, Rodolfo López Negrete, and Charles Reed, Managing Director of the world's 50 Best Restaurants Academy. In other news, a great way of getting to know a place is by eating its local food, and Mexico City offers an unlimited amount of treats, goodies, snacks, and bites for every palate. From traditional tacos to exotic chapulines, the array of flavors, textures, and aromas found in the streets of Mexico City will captivate every foodie. Walk around the city, appreciate its history, and eat some tasty treats while enjoying this fascinating metropolis. Let's talk about some of the most delicious treats from the streets of Mexico City. Chicharrones. This is a word used to name pork skin, but in this specific case, chicharrones are fried wheat flour snacks, which are found in different shapes. They taste better when they are freshly made, drizzle hot sauce, and lime juicy, and enjoy. Tacos de canasta, which literally translates to English as tacos from the basket. These tacos are small and full of flavor. They're filled with refried beans, mashed potato with chorizo, and more. They are prepared and placed literally in a basket, covered with paper, cloth, and plastic to keep the heat in. Between each layer of tacos, hot oil is drizzled over to keep them from sticking and also to keep them warm. Chapulines. These are literally crickets, and before you stop reading, you should know they are a great source of protein and are very popular in states such as Oaxaca and Chiapas. These are sold in large bucket-type containers and sold by weight. The crickets are deep fried and then seasoned with salt, lemon, or chili powder. Give them a try, and if you don't like them, you will still have a good story to tell your friends. And finally, elotes y esquites. Just like the tacos, you will probably find them in every corner. They are basically corn preparations, grilled, boiled in just kernels. And how do you eat them? Well, The whole corn is stripped from the leaves on a skewer and covered in mayonnaise and crumbled with white dry cheese. You can also drizzle some lime juice and sprinkle a little chili powder. Now for the kernels, this preparation is called esquite, which are the corn kernels placed in a cup and mixed with mayonnaise and the same cheese, lime, and chili powder. Part of what contemporary Mexican gastronomy has innovated in the use of classic ingredients from traditional Mexican cuisine applied to new dishes or new ways of eating them. This type of cuisine explores Mexican culinary tradition to reinvent it and give it a personal and original touch. As a result, we can see different ways to incorporate two ingredients which identify Mexican cuisine and that have been gifts from Mexico to the world: cacao and chili peppers. Cacao is the main ingredient in the making of chocolate, one of the world's favorite candies. It is also the perfect companion to chili peppers. Black mole is a true testament to how these two ingredients blend in perfect harmony, creating an explosion of flavors. Both ingredients belong to pre-Hispanic cuisine and in recent years have been reinterpreted as part of contemporary Mexican gastronomy by giving them unusual and even slightly strange uses. One innovative use of cacao is by including it in savory dishes such as in main courses, soups, or appetizers. A simple way to incorporate cacao is to grind cacao nibs, dry and roasted cacao grains, and add salt. Another way to prepare cacao oil or use cacao butter as fat for cooking. For chili peppers, it is a different story because it is an ingredient that is already used in a variety of preparations. But have you imagined tasting a white chocolate-coated jalapeno pepper? This combination enhances the pepper's flavor while lowering the spice. It is a foolproof combination, and currently it's actually pretty easy to find chocolate and chili preparations such as truffles, brownies, cakes, and mousses. This is how these pre-Hispanic ingredients of Mexican cuisine have become part of contemporary Mexican gastronomy, surprising us with innovative and unusual uses to seduce your palate. There is a very famous saying, "The way to a man's heart is through his stomach." However, we at Mexico News Network believe that this applies to practically anyone and everyone. One of the best ways you can only discover a place's true character is through your taste buds. And since we love our food, we have drawn some dishes you need to keep an eye out on in Mexico. Mexican stews or caldos, with such a variety of ingredients, traditions, and cooking methods, Mexican cuisine has, with time, developed sensational stews. With a blend of flavors, vegetables, meats, and even salsas and garnishes, Mexican stews are delicious. Tostadas, huaraches, and flautas, Mexican finger food, perfect for a midday snack, late breakfast, or quick brunch. Tostadas and flautas involve corn tortillas fried until they're crunchy and golden, with any given topping or garnish. Huaraches are quite similar, featuring a variety of toppings, but instead of a fried tortilla, they are placed on top of a maize dough base, which is cooked on a comal. Mole con arroz. If you want to have one-on-one encounter with Mexico, then mole is the way to go. You can also find this dish in green, black, yellow, and a range of other colors. Its ingredients range from the savory to the sweet to the fresh flavors of vegetables. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more relevant information on Mexico and the Riviera Maya after these brief messages. Stay with us.